What happens when one of Hollywood's biggest young stars walks onto a daytime talk show expecting a friendly conversation, only to find herself challenged by one of the panel's toughest questions? Make sure to subscribe to the Star Talks and like and comment for more talk show coverage. Whoopi Goldberg. Welcome back, everybody. Our next guest is an actress, producer, entrepreneur, and someone audiences have watched grow up right before their eyes. Please welcome Millie Bobby Brown. Audience applause. Millie Bobby Brown, thank you. Thank you so much. It's great to be here. Joy Behar. It's good to see you again. Every time you come on this show, you've got another project to talk about. Millie Bobby Brown, I know. I keep myself busy. Sunny Hostin. That's an understatement. Audience laughter. Whoopi Goldberg. Between acting, producing, and running businesses, when do you actually relax? Millie Bobby Brown, honestly? I'm still trying to figure that out. Joy Behar. Let us know when you do. Audience laughter. Millie Bobby Brown. I'll write a book about it. Sunny Hostin. You've spent most of your life in the public eye. Looking back, what's been the hardest part? Millie Bobby Brown. Probably learning that everybody has an opinion about you. Whoopi Goldberg. That's true. Millie Bobby Brown. When you're younger, you think if you work hard enough, everyone will like you. Then you realize that's impossible. Audience applause. Joy Behar. That's a lesson most adults never learn. Millie Bobby Brown, exactly. Sunny Hostin. You've also spoken openly about online criticism. Millie Bobby Brown, yeah. I think social media can be amazing, but it can also be incredibly harsh. Alyssa Farah Griffin. But criticism comes with fame, doesn't it? Millie Bobby Brown, sure. Criticism of your work does. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Some people would argue that's all part of the package. Millie Bobby Brown. I agree to a point. Alyssa Farah Griffin. What's the point where you stop agreeing? Millie Bobby Brown. When criticism stops being about the work and becomes personal. Audience applause. Whoopi Goldberg. That's fair. Millie Bobby Brown. If someone watches a movie and doesn't like it, that's completely fine. Everybody has different tastes. Joy Behar. Right. Millie Bobby Brown. But when people start making assumptions about who you are as a person, that's different. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Do you think celebrities sometimes take comments too personally? The audience becomes quieter. Millie Bobby Brown. Depends on the comment. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Explain. Millie Bobby Brown. If someone says they didn't enjoy a performance, that's not personal. If someone attacks your character, your appearance, your family, that's personal. Sunny Hostin. That's a big difference. Millie Bobby Brown. Exactly. Alyssa Farah Griffin. But public figures choose a public life. Millie Bobby Brown. We choose a career. We don't choose every opinion that comes with it. Audience applause. Joy Behar. That's an interesting distinction. Millie Bobby Brown. I think it's an important one. Alyssa Farah Griffin. But would you agree that celebrities benefit from attention, even when it's negative? Millie Bobby Brown. Sometimes. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Then isn't criticism part of the same system? Millie Bobby Brown. Criticism is. Cruelty isn't. Audience loud applause. Whoopi Goldberg. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Millie Bobby Brown. I just think people forget there are actual human beings on the receiving end of those comments. Sunny Hostin. I think that's true. Alyssa Farah Griffin. But some viewers might say celebrities have resources, money, support systems. They're in a better position than most people to handle criticism. Millie Bobby Brown. Having resources doesn't make you immune to being hurt. Audience applause. Joy Behar. That's true. Millie Bobby Brown. Feelings don't disappear because you're successful. Alyssa Farah Griffin. I understand that. But I also think public accountability matters. Millie Bobby Brown. Absolutely. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Then where do you draw the line? Millie Bobby Brown. Respect. Alyssa Farah Griffin. That's a simple answer. Millie Bobby Brown. Because it's a simple principle. Audience applause. Whoopi Goldberg. Hard to argue with that. Millie Bobby Brown. You can disagree with someone respectfully. You can criticize respectfully. You can even challenge someone respectfully. Sunny Hostin. That's a good point. Alyssa Farah Griffin. But not everyone agrees on what respectful means. Millie Bobby Brown. That's true. Alyssa Farah Griffin. So who decides? Millie pauses briefly. Millie Bobby Brown. Usually the person being targeted knows when a line has been crossed. Audience, mixed reactions. Joy Behar. That's where the conversation gets complicated. Whoopi Goldberg. And I think we're just getting started. Audience applause. Whoopi Goldberg. I think this is where a lot of people get divided. Everyone agrees that personal attacks are wrong, but people disagree on where criticism ends and personal attacks begin. Alyssa Farah Griffin, exactly. That's what I'm trying to get at. Millie Bobby Brown. And I understand the question. Alyssa Farah Griffin, because there are viewers sitting at home right now who might say, I criticize politicians, athletes, actors, and public figures all the time. That's part of public conversation. Millie Bobby Brown, sure. Alyssa Farah Griffin. So why should celebrities be treated differently? Millie Bobby Brown. I don't think they should be treated differently. Sunny Hostin. That's interesting. Millie Bobby Brown. I think everyone should be treated better. Audience applause. Joy Behar. That's a pretty good answer. Millie Bobby Brown, seriously. I don't think kindness should be reserved for celebrities. Alyssa Farah Griffin, fair enough. But let's talk about accountability for a second. Millie Bobby Brown, okay. Alyssa Farah Griffin. When public figures make mistakes, shouldn't the public have the right to respond strongly? Millie Bobby Brown. Of course they do. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Strongly? Millie Bobby Brown. Absolutely. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Even harshly? Millie Bobby Brown. There's a difference between being harsh and being hateful. Audience applause. Whoopi Goldberg. That's true. Millie Bobby Brown. If someone disagrees with something I've said, they're allowed to say so. Alyssa Farah Griffin. But? Millie Bobby Brown. But attacking someone personally doesn't solve anything. Sunny Hostin. That's where social media often goes wrong. Millie Bobby Brown, exactly. Joy Behar. Social media doesn't exactly reward calm discussions. Audience laughter. Millie Bobby Brown, no, it doesn't. Alyssa Farah Griffin. But some people feel celebrities only speak up when criticism affects them personally. Millie Bobby Brown. What do you mean? Alyssa Farah Griffin. Sometimes public figures talk about kindness when they're being criticized, but they stay silent when other people are facing the same thing. The audience reacts quietly. Millie Bobby Brown. I think that's a fair concern. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Really? Millie Bobby Brown. Sure. Nobody's perfect. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Then would you admit that celebrities sometimes contribute to the culture they're criticizing? Millie Bobby Brown. Sometimes, yes. Audience murmurs. Whoopi Goldberg. That's an honest answer. Millie Bobby Brown. I don't think famous people are exempt from responsibility. Sunny Hostin. That's important. Millie Bobby Brown. What bothers me is when people assume that because someone is successful, they stop being human. Audience applause. Joy Behar. Success doesn't magically erase emotions. Millie Bobby Brown, exactly. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Let me push back on that. Millie Bobby Brown, go ahead. Alyssa Farah Griffin. There are teachers, nurses, parents, and everyday people dealing with criticism every day too. Millie Bobby Brown, absolutely. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Some of them might say celebrities complain about problems that regular people face constantly. Audience, mixed reactions. Millie Bobby Brown. I would never compare struggles. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Why not? Millie Bobby Brown. Because everyone experiences life differently. Sunny Hostin. That's true. Millie Bobby Brown. Somebody else's hardship doesn't make another person's feelings invalid. Audience applause. Joy Behar. That's a fair point. Alyssa Farah Griffin. But can you understand why some people get frustrated? Millie Bobby Brown, of course. Alyssa Farah Griffin. They see wealth, success, opportunities. Millie Bobby Brown. And they assume everything is easy. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Exactly. Millie Bobby Brown. But no amount of success changes the fact that words affect people. Audience applause. Whoopi Goldberg. Nobody is immune from that. Millie Bobby Brown, right? Alyssa Farah Griffin. Here's where I disagree a little. The audience becomes noticeably quieter. Millie Bobby Brown, okay. Alyssa Farah Griffin. I think public figures sometimes underestimate how much influence they have. Millie Bobby Brown, in what way? Alyssa Farah Griffin. When celebrities talk about criticism, millions of people listen. Millie Bobby Brown. That's true. Alyssa Farah Griffin. So doesn't that create a responsibility to accept scrutiny? Millie Bobby Brown. I accept scrutiny. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Yet we're having this conversation. Millie pauses. Millie Bobby Brown. Talking about a problem doesn't mean you're refusing to deal with it. Audience applause. Sunny Hostin. Good point. Millie Bobby Brown. If I talk about online behavior, that doesn't mean I'm asking people to stop disagreeing with me. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Then what are you asking? Millie Bobby Brown. For people to remember there's a person on the other side of the screen. Audience, loud applause. Whoopi Goldberg, you know what? That's something everyone could probably benefit from remembering. Joy Behar, especially online. Audience, laughter. Alyssa Farah Griffin, I don't disagree with that. Millie Bobby Brown, then we're probably closer to agreeing than it seems. Audience, applause. Alyssa Farah Griffin, maybe. Millie Bobby Brown, maybe? Audience, laughter. Alyssa Farah Griffin, maybe. Whoopi Goldberg. I have a feeling this conversation isn't over yet. Audience, applause. Whoopi Goldberg. I think what makes this conversation interesting is that both of you are talking about responsibility, just from different angles. Alyssa Farah Griffin, that's fair. Millie Bobby Brown, I agree. Sunny Hostin. One side is talking about public accountability, the other is talking about basic respect. Joy Behar. And somehow the internet manages to ignore both. Audience, laughter and applause. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Let me ask one more question. Millie Bobby Brown, go ahead. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Do you think celebrities sometimes create unrealistic expectations for young people? The audience reacts immediately. Millie Bobby Brown, that's a big question. Alyssa Farah Griffin, it is. Millie Bobby Brown, I think everyone with a platform has influence. Alyssa Farah Griffin, including you. Millie Bobby Brown, absolutely including me. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Then shouldn't public figures expect people to question the messages they're sending? Millie Bobby Brown, they should. Alyssa Farah Griffin, even aggressively? Millie Bobby Brown. Questioning someone and attacking them aren't the same thing. Audience, applause. Sunny Hostin. That's a distinction Millie's been making all day. Millie Bobby Brown. Because I think it's an important one. Alyssa Farah Griffin. But what happens when people disagree about where that line is? Millie Bobby Brown. Then we have conversations like this. Audience, applause. Joy Behar. That's actually the healthiest answer we've heard. Millie Bobby Brown. Nobody grows from being shouted at. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Sometimes difficult conversations feel uncomfortable. Millie Bobby Brown, they should. Whoopi Goldberg. Absolutely. Millie Bobby Brown. Growth isn't always comfortable. Audience, applause. Alyssa Farah Griffin. So you don't mind being challenged? Millie Bobby Brown, not at all. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Really? Millie Bobby Brown. We're doing it right now. Audience, laughter. Alyssa Farah Griffin, fair point. Millie Bobby Brown. I actually enjoy hearing different perspectives. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Even when they're critical. Millie Bobby Brown. Especially when they're thoughtful. Audience, applause. Sunny Hostin. That's a mature way to look at it. Millie Bobby Brown. Well, I've learned a lot over the years. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Let me be direct then. Millie Bobby Brown, okay. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Do you think younger celebrities sometimes receive special treatment from the media? The audience becomes noticeably quieter again. Millie Bobby Brown. Sometimes yes. Sometimes no. Alyssa Farah Griffin. That's a safe answer. Audience, mixed laughter. Millie Bobby Brown. It's an honest answer. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Explain. Millie Bobby Brown. Young performers are often protected in certain situations. Alyssa Farah Griffin. And? Millie Bobby Brown. They're also judged in ways older performers aren't. Audience, applause. Sunny Hostin. That's true. Millie Bobby Brown. People expect young people to act perfectly, while also reminding them they're inexperienced. Joy Behar. That's a tough combination. Millie Bobby Brown, exactly. Alyssa Farah Griffin. But doesn't fame come with those expectations? Millie Bobby Brown. Fame comes with expectations. Perfection shouldn't. Audience, loud applause. Whoopi Goldberg. There you go. Alyssa Farah Griffin. So your argument is that public figures should be accountable, but not expected to be perfect. Millie Bobby Brown. That's exactly my argument. Alyssa Farah Griffin. I can agree with that. Audience, applause. Millie Bobby Brown. I think people learn more from honest conversations about mistakes than pretending mistakes never happen. Sunny Hostin. That's a valuable point. Joy Behar. Especially for younger audiences. Millie Bobby Brown. Nobody has all the answers. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Not even people sitting at this table? Audience, laughter. Whoopi Goldberg. Definitely not people sitting at this table. Audience, laughter and applause. Millie Bobby Brown, including me. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Then maybe the real issue is expectations. Millie Bobby Brown, I think so. Alyssa Farah Griffin. People expect celebrities to be role models. Millie Bobby Brown. And celebrities are just people trying to figure things out too. Audience applause. Sunny Hostin. That's probably the most relatable thing you've said all day. Millie Bobby Brown, it's true. Alyssa Farah Griffin. I think viewers might be surprised by this conversation. Millie Bobby Brown, why? Alyssa Farah Griffin. Because they probably expected us to disagree more than we actually do. Audience laughter. Millie Bobby Brown. Maybe that's the problem with modern discussions. Alyssa Farah Griffin. What do you mean? Millie Bobby Brown. People assume disagreement means conflict. Audience applause. Whoopi Goldberg. That's a very good point. Millie Bobby Brown. Two people can challenge each other without becoming enemies. Sunny Hostin. That's something social media could learn. Joy Behar. Good luck teaching social media anything. Audience, loud laughter. Alyssa Farah Griffin. I still think public figures need to accept criticism. Millie Bobby Brown. And I still think criticism should be respectful. Alyssa Farah Griffin. Then we're back where we started. Millie Bobby Brown, maybe. Audience, laughter. Whoopi Goldberg. Not quite. I think we've actually gotten somewhere. Audience, applause. Alyssa Farah Griffin. We may have to continue this after the break. Millie Bobby Brown. I'm ready if you are. Audience, cheers and applause. Whoopi Goldberg. Welcome back. We've been having a really interesting conversation with Millie Bobby Brown. Audience applause. Joy Behar. Honestly, this has probably been one of the most thoughtful discussions we've had in a while. Millie Bobby Brown. I'll take that as a compliment. Audience laughter. Alyssa Farah Griffin. It is. Sunny Hostin. Before the break, we were talking about criticism, accountability, and expectations. Whoopi Goldberg. And I think we landed somewhere important. Alyssa Farah Griffin. I think so too. Millie Bobby Brown. I do as well. Alyssa Farah Griffin. We may not agree on every detail, but I think we agree that public conversations work better when people actually listen to each other. Millie Bobby Brown. Definitely. Audience applause. Joy Behar. That's becoming a rare skill these days. Millie Bobby Brown, unfortunately. Whoopi Goldberg. One thing I respect is that neither of you backed away from the discussion. Alyssa Farah Griffin, why would we? Millie Bobby Brown, exactly. Audience applause. Sunny Hostin. I think viewers appreciate seeing disagreement handled respectfully. Millie Bobby Brown, I hope so. Alyssa Farah Griffin. And for the record, challenging someone doesn't mean you dislike them. Millie Bobby Brown, thank you. Alyssa Farah Griffin. It just means you think the conversation matters. Millie Bobby Brown. That's how I see it too. Audience applause. Whoopi Goldberg, see? We survived. Audience laughter. Joy Behar, barely. Audience more laughter. Millie Bobby Brown, we made it. Alyssa Farah Griffin, we did. Sunny Hostin. Before we wrap up, what's one thing you'd like people to take away from this conversation? Millie Bobby Brown. I'd say remember that every person you talk about online is still a person. Audience applause. Millie Bobby Brown. You don't have to agree with everyone. You don't have to like everyone. But kindness costs nothing. Audience, loud applause. Whoopi Goldberg. That's a good place to end. Joy Behar. Absolutely. Alyssa Farah Griffin. And I think it's something most people can agree on. Audience applause. Whoopi Goldberg. Millie, thank you for being here. Millie Bobby Brown. Thank you for having me. Sunny Hostin. Come back anytime. Millie Bobby Brown, I will. Audience, cheers and applause. Whoopi Goldberg. We'll be right back. Audience, standing ovation. After the show ended, clips from the discussion quickly began circulating online. Viewers shared moments from the debate across social media platforms, with many praising the respectful exchange between Millie Bobby Brown and Alyssa Farah Griffin. Some viewers sided with Millie's argument that public criticism should never become personal. Others agreed with Alyssa's position that public figures must be open to scrutiny and accountability. Many comments focused on how both women remained calm despite their disagreements. Several viewers described the segment as a reminder that people can challenge each other without turning every discussion into an argument. By the end of the day, highlights from the conversation were trending among entertainment fans, with audiences continuing to debate the points raised during the show. Some social media users called Millie's responses thoughtful and mature. Others praised Alyssa for asking difficult questions and pushing the discussion beyond simple talking points. One thing most viewers seemed to agree on was that the conversation felt genuine, respectful, and engaging from beginning to end. And that's where we'll leave today's story. If you enjoyed this talk show discussion, share your opinion in the comments and let us know whose perspective you agreed with most. Don't forget to subscribe to the Star Talks for more real talk show stories, celebrity discussions, and unforgettable television moments.